Hello kids, it's another fabulous week here at Kidz Quest. It's me, Miss Ricks, spending time again with my most favorite people. I hope that you've had a fabulous week. This past Sunday we had Mother's Day, and I hope that you did something really special for your mom. If you didn't, you find your mom right now and you give her a really, really big hug and kiss for me, because moms work really hard, and I know you know that, and I know you love your mom. So you make sure you tell your mom how much you love her. Now, I want to see how many of you remember what we talked about last week. I'll give you a clue. It was about building. Yes, who was building? That's right, Noah. And Noah was building the ark, the really, really big boat. Absolutely. Now, question for you. Do you know anyone that's 600 years old? I don't. Do you? No, I didn't think so, but Noah was 600 years old when he finished building that ark. It did take him a really long time. Could you believe it? And he never stopped. He continued to fulfill the will of God. Finally, the ark was built. It probably looked so beautiful, and I'm sure that he and his family that put in all of that hard work were very proud. Now, you would think after seeing something so big and beautiful that all of those other people would start thinking, maybe Noah knows a little something. Maybe we should talk to him. Maybe we should ask God. Maybe we should listen to him. But they didn't. Actually, what they did is they made fun of Noah. Noah, what in the world did you build such a big boat for? We don't have that much water that you need a big boat like that. They ridiculed him. And really, he probably looked bad and felt a little embarrassed because God had not sent the floodwaters yet. But he knew that God wouldn't lie to him and that God gave him the right message. And Noah did try. He asked everyone to join him on the ark. Join me on the ark. Come on to the ark. You're going to be safe when those floodwaters come. But they laughed at him. They teased him. They did not go into the ark. Now, right before the Lord shut the doors, he had something else miraculous really happen, and you know what it is. He had the animals go into the ark. Just about every animal. And I know you kids are like too big to play with stuffed animals, but I brought mine to show you, because I'd like to think that this animal made it into the ark. What do you think? Monkey, gorilla, I don't know, but these guys made it into the ark, right? What about this big guy? Oh yeah, and I'm sure they took their time walking magnificently into the ark. The elephants, of course. Let's see, one more. What about big bears? Absolutely. They went into the ark too. What other animals do you think made it into the ark? Yep, giraffes went into the ark. Hippos. Oh yes, alligators made it into the ark. Rats? Yes. Unfortunately, rats made it into the ark too. I don't like rats very much, but you're right. Just about every animal walked into the ark. Now, do you think that if you were standing there watching those animals walk into the ark, that you still wouldn't believe Noah? Believe it or not, a lot of people still, even after seeing all of those animals walk into the ark, didn't believe him. They still teased him. They still ridiculed him, and they still did not go on to the ark. Noah tried one more time. Please, come on to the ark. It's safe here. The floodwaters are coming. But they didn't believe him. I'm thinking some people probably wanted to go on to the ark, but their friends were like, oh no, Noah's crazy. And they may have listened to their friends instead of listening to the voice of God. Well, you know what happened next? God had an angel shut the door to the ark, and after a couple of days in that ark, those flood waters did come. Now, I imagine that those people were probably banging on the doors to get in, but there was nothing that they can do. Also, I'm pretty sure they would have liked to have something like this. Maybe it could help them float around like it helps me float around in the pool. But there was none of this either, and so they lost their lives because they didn't listen to Noah, and they really didn't have a relationship with God. So now we have on the ark Noah and his family, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. Now, Noah and his family were on the ark for months, and can you imagine what kind of work they had to do. Imagine all of the animals that they had to take care of. Imagine all of the stinky messes that the animals made that they had to clean. But do you know what? Noah and his family did the job cheerfully and willingly because it was the will of God. They didn't complain, and they were just happy and content to know that they were being cared for by God. Now, right now, we're kind of going through something similar to Noah's Ark. A lot of us are being asked to stay home, and we have to do a lot of things at home maybe that we didn't have to do before. But we have to do our chores, we have to help our parents, we have to do our schoolwork willingly and cheerfully because it's what God wants us to do. And just like Noah and his family, we should be so happy that God is simply taking care of us. There's so much going on in the world, just like in Noah's day. There was so much going on, and there's so many things that could make us afraid. But if we stay in the will of God and we do what He's asking us to do, willingly and cheerfully, without complaining too much, then we will live a happier life, and we will know that we are being cared for by the Most High God. And isn't that so cool? Thanks so much, kids, for joining me again this week. You know how much I miss and love each and every one of you because you are my favorite people. I can't wait to see you next week on Kidz Quest. Bye-bye.